Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something pretty relevant right now? It's December, so we're talking about holiday stress.
Perfect timing.
Yeah. And, whether you're someone who starts celebrating in like October or you're hiding until January,
Hiding till January.
the holidays can be a lot, right?
Absolutely.
We found this CNN article with advice from Dr. Liana Wen.
Okay.
She's an emergency physician and a public health expert.
Interesting.
And she really breaks down why even the good things about the holidays can get stressful.
I think that's so true because just thinking about it in advance can be kind of stressful.
Yeah.
Like the anticipation is part of the stress.
Anticipation, yeah, for sure.
And what Dr. Wen does really well in this article is she pinpoints the types of stress we see around the holidays.
Okay, so like categories.
Yeah, she talks about logistical stress, relational stress, and then this really interesting category of like behavioral health stress.
Okay, so let's break those down.
Yeah.
Logistical stress. I feel like I'm already there mentally. I'm thinking about packing the car, making travel plans, trying to fit in all the shopping.
It's all the stuff that piles up, like
Yeah.
thinking about childcare because school's out, or that end of year work crunch before you can actually relax.
Oh, for sure.
And then there's the relational stress. So, anyone who's ever had like a spirited family gathering.
Right, spirited meaning slightly.
Conveniently, spirited meaning a little bit dramatic.
Yes, those fun conversations that seem to happen every year
Every year.
around the dinner table.
Exactly. And then this behavioral health stress.
Yeah.
I think we overlook this one a lot.
Yeah, I think that's a good point because I don't always think about that.
Yeah, and it's really crucial for some people. The holidays can make their anxiety or depression worse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's also a time when maybe those unhealthy coping mechanisms,
Like what?
like having an extra glass of wine or whatever it is, those things can be more tempting.
So that makes me think about something Dr. Wen said about just feeling run down during the holidays.
For me, it's not even necessarily being sick. It's just feeling totally overwhelmed.
Totally.
My battery just can't stay charged
Yes.
this time of year. So is that part of this behavioral health thing?
It could very well be. Dr. Wen's advice is to really try to pinpoint what's causing that feeling.
Like figure out why you feel that way.
Exactly. Like, are you actually sleep deprived? Are you recovering from being sick? Or is it more like a mental and emotional drain?
Okay, so it's like getting to the root of it.
Exactly.
And she also mentions seasonal affective disorder,
Yeah.
which I know is a real thing for a lot of people when we have less daylight.
Yeah. The shorter days can be tough.
But here's something I thought was really interesting. The article says that 46% of Americans actually have less alone time during the holidays.
Wow. That's a big number.
Yeah, and for some people that probably sounds great. They're thinking more parties, more family time.
Right. More socializing, more fun.
But for others, I bet that lack of alone time is a huge stressor.
Oh, absolutely. Even if you love your family and friends, everyone needs a little space to recharge.
To recharge, yeah.
And it just highlights how different things can be stressful for different people.
Totally. So that's where Dr. Wynn's tips for managing stress come in, right?
Yeah.
Like, what can we actually do about it?
Right, because we've identified these stressors.
Yeah.
What do we do?
Exactly.
Some of them are things we probably already know, like getting enough sleep and exercising,
The basics.
which are important.
Yeah. I know sleep is always the first to go for me.
Me too.
But then she mentioned this thing called forest bathing.
Forest bathing.
Okay, I need an explanation on this one.
Yeah, I think we all do.
It sounds amazing.
It does.
But is it really just going for a walk in the woods?
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
It originated in Japan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And the whole point is to really be in nature, like take it all in the sights, the sounds, the
So
smells.
it's like a sensory experience.
Yeah, and the article talks about studies showing it can lower anxiety, help you sleep better, improve your mood, even reduce blood pressure.
Wow. So you're saying like when I'm feeling stressed, instead of reaching for another cup of coffee,
Right.
I should go stand under a tree.
Maybe that's a better idea.
Maybe I'll try that.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a whole forest. Even a short walk in a park can make a difference.
That's good to know.
But Dr. Wen also talks about more practical stuff too,
like what?
like actually making a list of what stresses you out during the holidays.
Oh, stressless.
Yeah, so you can prioritize them, figure out what you can control, what you can't control.
Okay.
And remember the big one, avoiding those unhealthy coping mechanisms.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm totally guilty of overcommitting during the holidays,
I think we all do.
saying yes to everything, and then I need a vacation after my vacation.
That's the classic holiday trap.
Yeah, so is that something that people put on their holiday stress list?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And it connects to the suggestion Dr. Wen makes about writing a list of things you're actually looking forward to.
Ooh, so a positive list.
Exactly. It's about shifting your focus to the good stuff, reminding yourself about what brings you joy during the holidays.
I love that.
It's a good idea.
That's like an antidote to my to-do list.
Exactly.
Speaking of looking forward to things, I am so excited for, well, I can't tell you that yet. It's a surprise.
Oh, a secret.
Top secret. But going back to Dr. Wen's advice, one thing that really stuck with me was her point about stress being a normal response.
Yeah, we all experience stress.
Right, but it's the chronic stress that we have to watch out for.
Exactly. That's a really important distinction.
Yeah, so it's normal to feel stress sometimes.
Absolutely. It's how our bodies deal with challenges.
But when it's constant and it's overwhelming, it starts to affect our health.
Yeah, both mental and physical.
And that's when those healthy coping strategies are so important.
Exactly. We need those tools to help us manage it.
So it sounds like the big takeaway here is knowing what your stressors are and then having those tools in place
Right, so you're prepared.
to deal with them before they take over.
Yes, it's about being proactive.
And having a plan.
Exactly. And that plan might look different for everyone.
Right.
What works for you might not work for me.
It's personalized.
It's about finding what helps you feel more balanced and in control during the holidays.
That's a good point. You know, we've covered a lot of ground today,
We have.
and I feel like I've already learned a lot about how to handle my own holiday stress. And I think what's great about Dr. Wen's advice is it's not about like getting rid of all stress completely.
Right.
Because let's be real, that's probably not going to happen.
Especially during the holidays.
Especially during the holidays, it's more about recognizing those stressors and then having a plan to deal with them.
Exactly. It's about being proactive and having those tools ready to go so you can actually enjoy the holidays instead of feeling totally overwhelmed.
So as we're heading into the holiday season, maybe we should all take Dr. Wen's advice and make that list of things we're looking forward to,
Yeah.
but maybe also make a list of those potential stressors
Oh, that's a good idea.
so we're not caught off guard.
Being aware of both the good and the challenging parts of the holidays can really help us get through them.
Yeah, with more intention.
Exactly.
Well, huge thanks to everyone for joining us on this deep dive into holiday stressors. I hope you learned some new things and maybe even found a little inspiration to create a happier and less stressful holiday season for yourselves.
It was great to explore all these ideas with you. And remember, the holidays are a time for connection and celebration and also self-care.
Yeah,
So don't be afraid to prioritize your well-being.
I think that's some really great advice. And until next time, we wish you a happy and healthy holiday season.